Hey everyone, Jody from Bird Dog Off-Road Adventures here. Today we're going to show you guys how we installed our CVF intercooler on our 2021 Ford Bronco. Stay tuned. Alright, so let's do a comparison, shall we? This is another intercooler that I had ordered that didn't get shipped till really late. So therefore, I'm not going to use it. I'm going to turn around and sell it. It's brand new, never been used. So if you're in the market for a brand new intercooler, I might be able to make you a decent deal on it. I might want to give it away, but also don't need it. So let's just see how much these difference there is. So this one is 4 inches, whereas this one is about 4 3/4. So this is about 3/4. The CVF is about 3/4 deeper or wider, however you want to look at it, than one of their competing brands. Now, granted, I'm not sure if there's a difference as far as the thickness here, if that equals any more airflow, but I don't know. So anyway, just want to kind of show this to you guys because that's something you might want to consider when getting a new intercooler, is to actually, you know, what the differences are and as far as room air capacity. So you notice here the connection on this other brand, this thing sticks out pretty far, about 2.5 inches, and that one sticks out about 2.5 inches. So there's not really much of a difference there. So it's kind of interesting how these are constructed just a hair bit different. All right, hardest part's done. That's getting this damn bumper off. It's just a pain in the ass and time consuming. It took me about 2 hours to get it off. But now it's off. We're going over here. The first thing we're going to do is take this shroud off and ACC thing. So it's two 8mm bolts. The top, I took one out, working on the other one. Stay tuned. All right, so we got our shroud out. Those two 8mm bolts, or 4 8mm bolts I talked about earlier. So we got this piece from the intercooler kit, and it comes with dedicated hardware as well. The dilemma we have is that since we have the JCR bumper, we also have the JCR ACC adaptive plate. I don't see why this would not fit. It seems like it'll be a perfect fit on this one too. It lines up perfectly. So we are just going to put this on, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, I think it's going to be a perfect fit. Even with that, I was kind of worried about this lip, but it's nowhere near touching it, so I think we're all good. So just thought I'd share that with you guys if y'all are in a similar situation. Okay, so once you pop the power cord loose from the motor, I guess for lack of a better term, we got the wiring harness free here. Now this goes back to main plug-in under the bumper. This, of course, goes into your adaptive cruise control, and this is what goes into this motor. So if you put your little pry tool here, you can pop this up to get this motor out. Ready to zip tie this. It comes with zip ties. We'll zip tie it probably up here somewhere out of the way and plug it back in just so Ford doesn't think we're crazy. Right, so if you don't have the JCR thing, you would just be putting the stock bracket over here in, but since we have the JCR, we have hardwired both this to the JCR, so we're going to treat the JCR bracket just like it was a stock one for our purposes. So you'll notice here you have 3 different bolts, lock washers, and washers. These holes are threaded. I don't know if you can see that in there, but they are. So we are going to slowly screw these in. All right, so we run into a little issue, but I guess because this thing is thicker than the factory one, not sure about how much, if any. Anyway, so we're having trouble getting these short bolts to thread through with both the washer and the lock washer. So we're just going to use washer and Loctite. We're going to try that out and see if that works. And if that works, we'll just what we can do. So it's a blue Loctite. Don't use the permanent one. You know the bottle's red. This is blue. Okay, so we got all the bolts and washers lined up. Now we are going to mount our JCR kit on here, screw it in, and then we should be done with this bracket other than just putting the motor back up and zip tying it somewhere, probably about right in here or something maybe. We'll play with that in just a moment. All right, we got everything ready. We're ready to go. Got everything strapped up. Got everything situated. Wires all zip tied. Got some purdy. All right, look at all this open wind area here we're going to have now. We'll just have to see how the adaptive cruise control works with this setup. I don't anticipate any changes since it's the same one I've literally have been running already. Assuming this thing does put thing back in the stock place, then this should be perfect. Probably won't know until we get the bumper on, so we'll find out here sure enough. The goal here, we have to take each side off of the hot and cold tube. There's one on this side. There's one over here. It's a little bit easier to get to. But you'll see these two mounting points right here. They have two 15mm bolts. We will try to take those loose, see if we can get this thing out that way. We may have to take these things completely off. I've seen some other people have to do that. So we're going to go through that real quick, and hopefully you guys can see it. All right, so the breaker bar, ratchet breaker bar, Harbor Freight is a great thing to invest in. Just my opinion. It's at least to get you started, and then you can always finish up with a regular ratchet. Oh, there we go. There's that pipe. It's pretty easy to take off. Very easy to take off. Surprisingly easy to take off. All right, so we have to be careful here. Make sure we don't let this thing fall on our head. Ta-da! The old one is out. Got both of them here side by side. Let's do some measurements, shall we? We did some of the competitor earlier. You're just a hair over 3 inches, about 3 and I want to say 1/8. And of course, we measured this before. We'll do it again. 4 3/4. So it's a little bit of a difference. Height-wise, they look pretty close to the same. I think the stock one's a little taller. But yeah, so we'll put some stats up with these two versus the other competitor that we had too. We got it out. Took those little shutters off. They're way over here. I'm not going to put them back on, even though there is spots for you to do so. I guess if you lived in a colder climate, that might be a better idea. Living in Phoenix, I just don't see the point in it. So, just want to point that out to you. We are going to put everything back on. clips in. That was on. There we go. Make sure it's all in there. Awesome. Intercooler is on. Just our shocks while we had this open. We're going to put the ADD piece back down, and we'll be ready to go. Right, so we got this ACC unit adapter in. You can see we got our motor zip tied up there, all the stuff plugged in. There, you got to make sure that's plugged in. That will operate the motor, but also does the adaptive cruise control. You have 4 8mm bolt heads holding this thing in, 2 at the top and 1 on each side. So boom, boom. And again over here, boom, boom. I will say that these little lops right here are like curved in a little bit, so I had to get a screwdriver and a dead blow hammer to help get those on because they weren't quite wide enough. And I'm sure that's probably by design. So, all right, now you just got to pull this thing in, get the bumper on, and then we will be done. Yeah, bye-bye. There it is, folks. See it in there really good. I am happy to report there are no issues with the JCR ACC relocation bracket. Everything works great. I'm glad I got the intercooler. Should help out in this hot desert heat here in Phoenix. So if we got an affiliate link with CVF, we got an upcoming air and cold piping video coming out as well. Hope you guys will hit that like and subscribe button. Please consider using that affiliate link. Thank you so much.